Even those of you who didn't live through the 1960s may have heard of a band called the Beatles. Never before was there a hype around an act like there was around them, nor has there really been since. Their concerts sounded something like this. Sorry about the noise, but that's what it was like. The Beatles consisted of John Lennon, Paul McCartney, George Harrison, and Ringo Starr. John and George have passed away since, but Paul and Ringo are still going strong. Paul's story is for another day, though. Today belongs to Ringo. Starr, real name Richard Starkey, was the band's drummer, and he remembers all too well how the Liverpool foursome started out and how they used to record songs at London's Abbey Road studios.
For us, we were just blessed that we got a record deal because of George Martin, and he was working out of here. Because we were refused by many record labels. And George took a chance, and then we came here and we did Love Me Do, and we went on from there. And then a little later on, we tried a couple of other studios. But the first 6 years, say, we were here. We knew the place, we felt the place, and it worked out really well.
Ringo Starr's life has been anything but smooth. After the Beatles called it quits in 1970, he launched a solo career, but the road wasn't easy. He battled lifelong health issues and came close to death during a surgery in 1979. The tragic murder of his friend John Lennon the following year sent him spiraling into years of alcoholism and addiction. But by 1989, Ringo had reached his breaking point. He cleaned up, embraced sobriety, became a vegetarian, and threw himself back into his music, starting the All-Star Band. And he hasn't stopped since. Still performing, still recording, still rocking.
Well, I'm on the road. I've been on the road since '89, and you know, I love it. Last year we got knocked down, and this year we didn't get knocked down, so we finished the gig. And I go back out in September. It's what I do. You know, I am the drummer, so I need a few guitars or pianos around me.
Though Ringo's enjoyed plenty of solo success, nothing compares to what he achieved with the Beatles. Quite literally, as the band remains the best-selling music act of all time and hold the record for the most #1 hits. What the four of them experienced together was truly unprecedented, which is why the losses of John Lennon and George Harrison still weigh heavily on Starr.
It would have been great if we were all here. I miss John, I miss George to this day, and goodbye.
We've been referring to the drummer, who's the richest drummer in the world, by the way, as Ringo Starr. But technically that should be Sir Ringo Starr, as he received his knighthood in 2018. And back in 1965, the four Beatles had already become members of the Order of the British Empire.
That was a long time ago, and it was four lads, straight out of Liverpool, really, then. And we've all seen a bit of the world since then, and this was another honour. So we had a lot of fun because there was four of us, and I was a bit shaky today on my own.
You may have noticed that the A-lister keeps making the peace sign with his fingers, like all the time. Well, that's just his way of spreading love and peace to the world.
We're here to do this,
yes,
and we're living proof that I started this in 2008 with 100 people. Now we're in 30 countries. People going peace and love. So I can only do this. I can't force anyone to go peace and love. I do it, and it's catching on. Look at you, all of you guys here.
yes,
How far out is that? You've all got your cameras and your microphone.
yes.
Goodbye.
While Sir Ringo is best known as a drummer, he's also an accomplished actor. In fact, he met his wife, Bond girl Barbara Bach, on a set. The two fell madly in love and got married in 1981. They're still together and have 3 children. One of them is Zach Starkey, who for several years served as the drummer of the iconic band The Who. It helps to have a famous dad like Ringo, as he's always on hand to give tips on how to impress the press.
What do you call them? Look cool.
Oh, great. Okay.
This is
Thank you.
My
the
tall
Liverpool
brother-in-law.
collar. He's teaching me about the Liverpool.
I'm teaching him how to wear a jacket.
There we go.
There you go. Now you look cool.
And lastly, the drummer's youthful looks have to be mentioned. This guy was born in 1940, so you do the math. Honestly, he looks younger than his son even. According to Starr, that's the result of clean living and eating, as well as plenty of yoga and meditation. And there you have it, Ringo Starr in a nutshell.
I only have one thing to say. Peace and love, everybody. Peace and love. Peace and love.